time for another double shot. This week we had news that Macklemore, the forgotten rapper, had a home break-in. He was not home, but his nanny and kids were there.
Frightening. Very frightening.
Terrifying.
Did you hear the story? The details of the story?
Yeah, apparently the two men broke in. They used pepper spray on the nanny.
Yeah.
She bit their hand or their wrist or one of them, and then
in order
was
to
able
escape.
to escape.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a problem.
Okay, tell me.
The nanny left the kids in the home. Now they're okay.
I was trying to figure that out too. I was reading the details. She did. Beelines it for the neighbor's house to call the cops.
And calls 911. Does it? You know, I get it if you're alone, but you're the nanny. Should the nanny not have gone into the room with the kids, or I don't know if the kids were separated at the time. I don't know those details.
I assume it was late at night, right? So I assumed that
they were in the room. That's what I assumed too.
I assume the kids were sleeping, and they wanted, and so the guys broke in. Also, how did they know that Macklemore wasn't home? Like, how did they know? And then just the nannies there. They obviously came prepared for somebody because they had bear spray.
Yeah.
Are they following his tour schedule or something?
Is he on tour?
Where was he and his wife? Like, why weren't they allowed?
I don't even know he was married, honestly.
Well, I assume he's married because of the aforementioned children. Yeah, well, I might be wrong about that.
That's a stupid assumption
that
to
might
make,
be
especially when we're talking about musicians like him. But the nanny, if your nanny, if God forbid you were in a position, same thing, your nanny escapes but leaves your kids. You terminate the nanny, right? You fire her.
It would be tough to continue on employing a person who did leave the kids. It would
and I understand wanting to protect yourself. Like I totally get it.
Also, she alerted the police.
Yeah, she did that part
to the situation.
Right. I'm just simply saying, go into the kids' room, barricade yourself with them, and make sure that they're safe from.
Say, hey, take anything you want from the house. It's probably insured, but leave us in safety. Leave us, because they don't want to. They're burglars who are just like, it's a cash grab. They just want the jewels, they want the valuables. They don't want to hurt anyone, I assume. And so, just stay with the kids. Do you think at any point, Seattle detectives are now on the case and they're trying to figure out who did this? I'm sure they've had a conversation.
I know who did it.
You know who did it?
It was Mossad.
Really?
Yeah, they're coming to get you, Macklemore.
I didn't know that.
And you deserve this.
He deserves to be robbed?
He is an anti-Semite, so I would assume that Mossad would do something.
Here's the other thing that I was wondering about. I don't know about the anti-Semite thing, but I do know that he had some very strange lyrics about the police in a song he put out last year. Said He said, F the police, they're just actors and badges.
So edgy.
So edgy. But I wonder, was there like any awkwardness when he's like talking to the Seattle police about like the break-in at his house, and he's like, Joey, boy, I hope they don't listen to my rap music.
I think he goes, look, nanny, I'm gonna fire you otherwise, but if you make the call to the cops and you handle it,
so I don't have to make the call.
It's a little awkward for me. Yeah. I wasn't even home. Why don't you leave me out of it with the pigs, the cops? You go ahead and make the call. I'll let you keep your job.
It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. But I'm glad everybody's okay. That's a good thing. Everybody's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm not okay with the bad guys being okay.
Oh, you don't want the bad guys to be okay.
Yeah,
but
I hope
obviously the nanny is fine.
I hope the imprint of her mouth and her teeth are stuck in your hand.
That's
how you'll know who the suspects are.
But you got to close that window fast. You got to. I mean, we're on the clock.
You only have about 3 hours, maybe, if it's a really significant wound.
Well, if it's a bite wound and there's a little bit of a there, I mean, you might have like I could give it 48 hours.
I don't think it was that significant.
I bet you she bit pretty hard. I would. If I'm trying to get out of there, I'd bite hard.
He bites hard, ladies and gentlemen.
I bite hard.
We'll see you next time. Hey, it's Jason Rantz here with Scott Rarucka from Legacy Group Capital. He's their CEO. So let's talk about someone who wants to invest in real estate. They don't quite know where to go, what to do, where to start, but they do know, obviously, that right now the market is really, really hot. So you're the place to do it. How do you help?
Yeah, so how we help is, we've been investing in the greater Seattle area for over 20 years, and we have a historical track record that is we're super proud of. Double-digit returns over time with no investor losses. And if you can find somebody else out there that's done that, you should probably talk to them. And how we really do it is we're lending on real estate, and we're also acquiring real estate and building it and developing it. All those things come out of a fund that people invest into. So there's lending and there's acquisition. And then we share in profits with all of our investors on both those activities. Jason, most people can't do that on their own. They're not going to go develop properties. They're not going to go be a bank and lend money. But they can jump in with us and they can be that developer and they can be that lender, but it's underneath our umbrella. with a 20-year track record that's unparalleled to anything that you'll find out there. We've been told that we're one of the best kept secrets in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't want it to be a secret. I want everyone to know just about what it is you do. The Legacy Group Capital family of funds offer short-term 90-day investments at 7%. Longer-term investments, they've averaged double-digit returns. Just go to legacyg.com.